Welcome back to our channel, folks. So let's just get right into it because, honestly, I am still reeling from the summer promo. You guys know what I'm talking about. The Chanel and Johnny situation. It is just so much right now. We start off this week with what should be a really beautiful, normal moment. Paulina is hanging out with Chanel, and she actually feels the new baby kicking. And they are spending time playing with little Trey. Trey is getting so big, by the way. It's one of those rare, quiet family moments that you just know the writers are giving us right before they completely rip the rug out from us. Because that's what they do. They give you the sweet baby kicks and the toddler giggles, and then boom, disaster. And it's just heartbreaking because Chanel has been trying so hard to stay positive despite the breast cancer diagnosis. She's trying to hold it together for Johnny, for Trey, for her mom. But you can feel the dread just hanging over every single scene they are in. And speaking of Paulina, she is really going through it right now. I mean, let's be real, when is Paulina not going through it? But this time, it feels different. She and Marlena are leaning on each other heavily this week, which makes total sense when you zoom out and look at the sheer amount of trauma these two women are carrying. They are both worried sick about Chanel and Johnny, obviously, but they also have the whole Lexie situation weighing on them. Lexie is literally dying again because Dr. Rolf's miracle drug is a total failure, and Abe is falling apart, and Paulina is just stuck in this agonizing position of watching the man she loves grieve his resurrected wife, who is now dying a second time. It's a mess. A total, chaotic, depressing mess. So Paulina and Marlena are commiserating. Marlena is still dealing with her own grief over John, plus all the Demera madness, and she's trying to be a rock for Paulina. But even rocks crumble, you know? But let's get back to Chanel, because this is where things get really intense. Out of nowhere, Chanel starts feeling pains, and she tells Johnny she thinks she is going into labor. Guys, it is way too early for this baby to come. Way too early. The panic on Johnny's face. I swear Carson Boatman is acting his heart out right. You can see every single terrifying thought flash across his eye. He's already been so paranoid and so pessimistic about her health, constantly hovering and worrying. And Chanel has been getting annoyed with him for being so negative. But now her worst fears are actually happening. She's going into early labor while battling cancer. It is the ultimate soap opera nightmare scenario, and I hate seeing them suffer like this. Haven't they been through enough? So then we get to the hospital scenes from the summer promo, and oh my god, it is pure chaos. Kayla is in the room examining Chanel, and the tension is just suffocating. Johnny's standing there completely helpless, and he tells the room that Chanel is bleeding. He just blurts it out. She's bleeding. And the way he says it, his voice cracking, it just breaks you. You can literally feel the panic radiating through the screen. Bleeding during early labor, when you already have a compromised immune system and a cancer diagnosis, it's bad. It's really bad. And Kayla, who has seen everything in her decades at that hospital, gets this look on her face. That serious, no-nonsense doctor look that means things are critical. And then Kayla turns to Paulina and Lani, because yes, Lani is there, thank goodness she's back in town for this, and Kayla tells them they have to go. Like, they need to leave the room right now so the medical team can work. And, you know, Paulina does not leave her baby girl. Paulina wants to fix it. She wants to throw money at it. She wants to yell at the doctors. She wants to bully EJ into giving Chanel some untested miracle drug, which, by the way, is insane. Paulina actually wanted Chanel to take EJ's Versavix drug instead of radiation. What was she thinking? Who actually believes that is going to end well? But that's Paulina. She's desperate. But in this moment in the hospital room, she can't do anything. She has to step back, and it is agonizing to watch her and Lani get pushed out of that room. But the moment that absolutely shattered me, the moment that fans on social media are already losing their minds over, is when Chanel looks up at Johnny. She's in that hospital bed, she's bleeding, she's in early labor, And she just looks at him and says, "I'm scared." It's such a simple line. 2-word. But Raven Bowens delivered it with so much raw, terrifying vulnerability. Chanel is usually so fierce. She's the boss. She runs the bakery. She stands up to Paulina. She handles the DiMera madness. But right now, she is just a terrified young mother who doesn't know if she or her baby are going to survive the night. And Johnny, what can he even say? He's holding her hand, trying to be strong, but he looks like he's about to shatter into a million pieces. Honestly, I have to ask, what are the writers doing to us? Why do they always have to torture the pregnant women on this show? It feels like a rite of passage in Salem. You get pregnant, you get kidnapped, or you fall down the stairs, or you get a rare disease. It's exhausting. Sometimes I just want to see a happy, healthy pregnancy, but maybe I'm being too hard. Okay, that sounded dramatic, but you get what I mean. It's a soap opera. The conflict is the whole point. If everyone was just happy and baking muffins at Sweet Bits, we wouldn't tune in. But this specific storyline, mixing the breast cancer with the pregnancy complications, it is so heavy. It feels so real and so grounded compared to the usual mind control chips and secret islands. And maybe that's why it hurts so much to watch. And let's talk about Lani being there. Having Lani back in Salem right now is such a crucial move by the show. Chanel needs her sister. Paulina absolutely needs her eldest daughter to help keep her grounded, because without Lani, Paulina would probably be tearing University Hospital apart with her bare hands. Lani brings this calm, authoritative energy to the room, but even Lani looks completely rattled when Kayla tells them to get out. You can see Lani's detective brain trying to process the medical emergency, but she can't, because it's her little sister on that bed. It's her sister who is bleeding, and it just adds this whole other layer of family tragedy to the scene. The Price women have been through the ringer lately, so what happens next? If Chanel is in early labor and bleeding, they might have to do an emergency C-section. But she's been delaying her cancer treatments to protect the baby. If the baby is born prematurely, the baby is going to be in the NICU fighting for its life. And then Chanel is going to have to immediately start aggressive chemo or radiation while trying to recover from a traumatic birth and dealing with a preemie. It is a mountain of trauma. And Johnny is already on the edge. He quit his CEO job at DiMera to focus on Chanel, which was the right move, but he is going to be stretched so thin. He is going to have to be the rock for his wife and his newborn, all while his own father, EJ, is spiraling out of control with the Lexie cover-up and the tainted drug scandal. I just really hope they don't kill off this baby. Please, writers, do not do that. Johnny and Chanel have suffered enough. We lost the baby with Allie. We had all the possession madness. We had the endless love triangle. Just let them have this child and let Chanel survive the cancer. I know they want to milk the drama for July sweeps, and having her bleed and go into early labor is peak sweeps material, but there has to be a light at the end of the tunnel. Otherwise, it's just trauma for the sake of trauma. And fans are getting tired of it. I'm tired of it. I'm sitting here typing this, staring at my screen, just feeling emotionally drained by this fictional family. But I care. That's the worst part. I really care about Johnny and Chanel. They are the future of the show. Anyway, I'm rambling now. I just needed to vent about this, because that promo really got under my skin. The image of Chanel looking so small and terrified in that hospital bed, and Johnny looking so completely helpless, it's gonna stick with me. We will have to wait and see how it all plays out this week. Will Kayla be able to stop the bleeding? Will the baby come early? Will Paulina do something crazy out of desperation? Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Are you as stressed out by this storyline as I am? Because honestly, I might need to take a blood pressure pill before the next episode airs.